Welcome back once again to another unboxing review that I'm about to do, and this one here is going to be on the RetroSound 5x7 stereo dash speaker R-57N. This is a dual voice coil speaker. I have a 1965 F100. And it had the option, I guess, to have the dash speaker, the single one dash speaker right up there in the top of the dash. It's got metal grates up there basically, and that's where the speaker would have been. Mine does not have that. Bought this at Crutchfield, and speaking of Crutchfield, when I was there, they said that this was a direct fit to the 1965 F100 dash speaker. So supposedly this is supposed to go right out into that pickup, and the mounting and everything should be factory. It should bolt right in, no problem whatsoever. Obviously, this is going to be quite an upgrade since it's modern day technology. Plus, it has two voice coils, meaning that it has one input that can be used on the actual speaker there, and the other input can be used on these two tweeters in the center there. So supposedly a stereo sound from one speaker. I'm pretty sure this is very impressive compared to what was in there. I don't have what was in there, and so I will never know what it was like. But I had a 1971 Mustang. I had a 1989 Subaru. My mom has a 1969 Trans Am. And I've heard those speakers, and I can tell you that they're not really that great. All right, so let's look over the specs here. So once again, a 5x7, 5-inch by 7-inch is what they're saying here. 60 watts RMF, 100 watts max. Dual voice coil, we've already said that. Stereo mix from one speaker. Impedance is 4 plus 4 ohms, so 4 ohms for one voice coil, 4 for the other. Mounting depth is just under 2 inches at 1.98 inches, or you metric junkies out there, 50.5 millimeters. And it includes the 8 ohm wiring kit. So if you are using the factory original style radio from way back, I do believe that that's why they do that, is because of the fact they were pushing through an 8 ohm type system. So you would have to probably convert over to that, okay? So here we go. We're going to unbox this baby now. Open it up for the first time. Okay. We've got some speaker wire here, it looks like. One of it anyway. Let's see, what size is this? This looks to be like 18 gauge wire to me, is what this looks like to be. So 18 gauge wire right there. Oh, another one. So that's, again, for dual voice coil. So you can, yeah, there we go. There's a, no, that, I was looking for the end. I can see, obviously, the spades, but I was looking for the end. But these look like 18 gauge wire to me, what they look like. And when I say gauge, I mean AWG. And if you need to know what that stands for, go look it up, because I'm not going to explain it. All right, so pulling this thing out. Looks like that's all there. Oh, by the way, I will admit just slightly that I did actually open the box and I found this in there. So this isn't a true unboxing on this one, but I wanted to see the specs on this right away when I got it. So I did actually pull this out right away. And basically it's got the limited warranty, 1-year warranty it's saying here. I wanted to look at the instructions. I wanted to look at the specifications. By the way, they make 1, 2, 3, 4 different versions of this RetroSound, I guess. This one just happens to be the 57N, which basically is almost the second to the largest. So they make 2 smaller ones, I guess, and then they make 1 bigger one. So, and then this in here shows you how you can hook it up to your radio. This is the dual voice coil set up here. And this is the OEM radio, if you see that going. And this is how you hook in that 8 ohm kit to make it 8 ohms. Okay. which if you make it 8 ohms, I'm pretty sure you don't get the dual voice coil capability. I mean, they work, but they're not working like a front and a right, or excuse me, like a left and a right or a front and a back input kind of thing. You don't get that, quote, stereo sound, so to speak. All right, so, oh yeah, here we go. Here is the 8 ohm wire kit right here. So if you got to convert it over, this is what you'll be using to do that. Okay. It also looks like, yeah, it looks like one of these is actually a ground, because it's got a circular terminal on there for actually screwing to ground or something. So there's that. Now let's get to the speaker itself, which, by the way, it's it's hefty. It's got some weight to it. See, I told you that this was an unboxing, and I did tell you that I did open up, take the instructions, but this truly is an unboxing, because guess what? I got to cut the tape. So, close enough. Don't like it? Get over it. And righty. And so I have right here the speaker right there. And you pull that out. Okay. There's the plastic. And there you have the actual speaker. Pretty good looking unit, actually. So you got a steel bowl. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You got flames back here, man. So these are definitely intended for hot rods, I guess. So this steel bowl back here is stamped, and they actually imprinted flames into it, and it's kind of a shiny, I don't know, chrome maybe, or it's just highly polished, I don't know. RetroSound 5x7 dual voice coil, all the specs, made in China. Okay, so it's not quite as cool as you think, but whatever. Made in China. Everything's made in China. You have to be careful with what you're getting. I would like to support non-Chinese stuff, of course, as much as possible, but as you know, that is not always possible. So anyway, here's your, looks like it's got a rubber surround, got kind of a plastic gasket here, even though it's not rubber, and it's not paper like most of the old speakers. You got a rubber surround, and the speaker seems to be made out of some sort of paper material. It looks like. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like it. And then, of course, the tweeters. And they look to be a little more synthetic or plastic. So there you go, right there. Pretty simple. Not much to this unboxing review. But you get a good idea of what it actually looks like here. Where, you know, if you're just sitting there, you know, looking at this stuff online, you might not be able to actually see what's in the box and what's all included. Oh, I guess I should have showed you this other bag here. This has got a bunch of screws and some clips. So apparently this is what you use to put on here to bolt it up to the dash. Again, this is supposed to be a direct fit. So we'll find out when that time comes. But right there is the full unboxing review of, again, the RetroSound 5x7 R-57N dual voice coil speaker, which is going to go into the 65 F100. It will be powered by a Pioneer, what is it, like a MVH S522 BS receiver, and I'm going to actually power this through the actual amplifier with inside of the head unit. Just because this thing's a pretty small unit, 60 watts RMS. I think that radio that I'm talking about puts out about, I think it's 60 watts max, if I remember right. So it's going to be, I think, perfect for what it is. So there you go. Like, subscribe, rumble, and come back for more. We'll have some more for you.